TikTok, the crown jewel of modern authenticity. It's the platform where creative geniuses thrive by faking elaborate pranks, renting Airbnbs to pose as their homes, and showcasing ridiculous life hacks like fixing a car with a spoon. Want to see a UFO? Just check out the poorly CGI'd alien footage. Need proof someone can lift 500 pounds with one hand? Ignore the visible wires and foam weights. Ever wonder if the Earth is flat or if lizard people run the government? TikTok is the ultimate stage for fake it till you make it, where views and likes are all that matter, and reality is whatever you can edit it to be. Today we are diving into the world of TikTok to uncover the truth behind some of the videos. Let's see how these creators are faking it. Do you believe in time travel? Well, this guy certainly wants you to. Meet Jim Official, who claims he can time travel. He has countless videos on his channel with titles like these. Now let's take a look at one. Titled Proof of Time Travel 1950s and Tear It Down.
Guys, I'm here in 1956. As you can tell behind me, I'm at McDonald's, guys. How do you deny this proof?
Really easily, Jim. You see, this is not year 1956. This is year 2024 and you are at oldest surviving McDonald's in the world. Opened in Lakewood Boulevard, Downey, California on the 18th of August in 1953.
This is gonna blow your freaking mind. How do you even begin to deny this proof, guys? I'm literally here.
We are too, but on the Google Street View in 2024.
Let me show you something else. This is really gonna blow your mind.
Hold on. That is a dome-style CCTV camera. CCTV cameras were quite different looking even back in the 1970s. And even those cameras were very rare and mostly used by casinos and banks at the time. You can find that same camera also from the Google Street View.
I'm not even gonna lie, that guy bought me a cheeseburger.
But you are lying. That gentleman definitely didn't buy a cheeseburger for you. Because he was walking in San Francisco in the 1950s, when this footage was filmed.
That's where people sit and eat. I mean, guys, how do you deny this proof? McDonald's.
Well, we just did.
Here in Utah, 1956.
Do you believe in paranormal? Username 666 Manchester. Claims he is living with a ghost he named Winston because he brought home an old coin. In reality though, he is just mediocre at using video editing software and leaves evidence of editing on most of his videos. His videos started with your basic pulling fish line to move objects while filming.
But I pull the fishing line like you do.
Now the content is mostly from static camera and simple video editing in form of masking. This is where he uses 2 or more videos to make the scene look like is a one continuous video. Like here where his shadow or reflection just cuts off, this is made by combining 2 video together, and at the same time hiding the obvious fan that is making the balloon hover. You can even hear the fan in all the videos that he has a floating balloon.
Yes.
And of course when there is no floating balloons or bubbles flying around, the humming sound is absent, thus ruling out the possible air conditioning. Here are some videos with editing mistakes. Usually the mistakes are lighting differences in the masked area, or one of the mask is moving compared to other content in the video. Of course some viewers are skeptical, so in one of his video he even tried to convince people that he doesn't use video editing and stayed in the frame while picking his phone from the stand. But as we see, it failed, even when he tried to cover most of the video with pointless text. He didn't notice that the hidden cut he did actually moved the painting on the wall. And comments were made about the tactical using of text in video. He tried again to convince people that nothing is off. But hidden cuts are not so easy to hide, and I got him doing it again. He is exposed once again by the lighting chance when he does his hidden cut. I do have to admit that he is getting better at this. How about space? Have we ever conquered it, or maybe even send a robot to the Mars? Well, TikTok creator Fittest Flat Earther thinks otherwise. Maybe? His videos consist of flat Earth theories, ice walls, and all your familiar conspiracy theories. Let's take a look at one of these.
So you think NASA landed a rover on Mars 199 million miles away?
I do. Why?
You sure about that?
Yes?
You're sure they didn't just send a crew to Devon Island, Canada, and take some photos and do some editing? Some editing to give it that red planet tint?
Well, someone indeed gave that picture a red tint. Was it you? In 2001, NASA organized an international research project called the HMP, short for Hot on Mars Project, that studies how human explorers might live and work on other planetary objects. This project was located in Devon Island, Nunavut. That is a picture of K-10 rover nicknamed Red, taken by Matt Deans. It was a prototype they tested on Devon Island. Here is another picture of that prototype.
Some editing that others before me have matched up identically with Devon Island and photos they claim to be Mars.
And here is the original photo from NASA with a link. That is some excellent photo aligning. Or maybe, just maybe, someone just downloaded the original photo from NASA's image library and did some color enhancing. Slapped some text on it. And here we are. You must be something of a special specimen if you think those are two different photos?
Photos so identical that they just have to be identical.
That sentence doesn't make any sense.
And then what they do is they release photos like this to make you think, oh my goodness, there could be aliens or other life on Mars, and that takes the attention away from the fact that the photos aren't really of Mars.
Now, if you would bother to do some research, you would easily find that original article about the door on NASA's website, where it explains and shows that the door is actually very small, close to the size of a dog door. And yes, those kind of open fractures are very common in bedrock on both Earth and Mars. That one just so happens to look like a doorway.
And then they got you, because now you think they're covering up aliens instead of covering up the fact that Mars isn't a planet. Because if you look at what they claim to be a planet with your own eyes through an actual telescope or a P1000 camera, you see something much different. Because here's what NASA shows, and with a short video.
The Hubble Space Telescope just captured this new image of Mars in May 2016 as Earth and Mars approached opposition, when both planets are on the same side of the...
But if you decide to research yourself and explore what thousands of people see instead of the one government agency, you see Mars looks an awful lot like a pool light shimmering in water.
So you are comparing a telescope in orbit specifically designed to take photos from space to a small handheld camera filming through Earth's atmosphere. On the other hand, how do we know it's a P1000 zooming on Mars and not an iPhone 6 filming the mentioned backyard pool light? Good way to convince people of your views is to give them the source of origin. Here is another good quality P1000 camera zooming on Mars from YouTube channel Practical Science. That looks much better, doesn't it? If only you would do your research and not show random things without source.
Nothing like a planet. And then you dig even more, and you find plenty of evidence that NASA was at Devon Island.
A place that is barren.
Vast, intimidating.
You're rambling through areas that are quite dangerous.
It's isolated and remote and rocky, just like the surface of Mars. I think someday there will be humans walking on Mars, definitely. My guess is that the first people who land on Mars will say something to the effect, oh wow, this looks just like Devon Island.
Yes. We went through this at the start. It's a NASA training program.
So you can go on believing the mainstream narrative all you want, or you can go out and seek truth and do real learning and seek knowledge.
So just get pictures and videos, comment on them with the most controversial ways you can. Don't give any sources. Got it.
Because learning is knowledge, and belief is the enemy of knowledge. The choice is up to you. You just got to make that decision. Are you happy believing, or would you rather know? Because what I know is that this was all for entertainment.
On this we can agree. This is all just for entertainment. And so, there you go. Those were some of the wackiest content creators on TikTok.